This is SoundOff, Louisiana's premier television sports show. Coming to you from Sportsbook at L'Auberge Lake Charles. Here are the guys, Rick, Scooter, and Kevin.
All right, before we get this program going, I just got to get it perfectly clear. Are we in victory formation? Are we running a play? Are we running the old man up the middle?
I don't know.
What are we doing? Are we staying with the rundown what's the script here?
I'm saying, if we're going to run a play,
We
let's
don't
not
follow
get in
the
victory
script.
formation.
Or are we going to do a Bush League thing?
Yeah,
Like have
that-
you rant about every coach and team need to fire everybody?
No, but I
we
think,
can do that.
I think Dennis Allen, it should happen this week, if not before.
More on that later. Good
Should happen
evening.
this week.
Glad to have you with us here at the
Definitely this
Sportsbook at L'Auberge. This is SoundOff. We got Guidry, Hobbs, and Cerro here. Having a little fun with that whole victory thing. We
was
don't
a
want
mess.
any more drama
It was-
and backlash.
it was a mess,
We got
man.
more to talk about. We're going to talk about DA and the Saints in the future. We're going to talk some McNeese basketball. Big game Saturday at the Legacy Center, southeastern Louisiana. Might get into a little LSU basketball, men and women. We'll see where
They
that
won
goes.
one
All right.
more game.
They
I
doing-
thought they
Later
did.
on in the show, Mr. Hobbs thinks college football is on solid footing with 1,000 bowl games and everything else. I want to push back on him and you a little bit in regards to where does college football go from here now that the
You
champion
must
is
be
crowned.
talking about my column early last
Yeah.
weekend.
I don't know.
Yeah.
We
You
might.
apparently have never heard of tongue-in-cheek.
Let's start with Dennis Allen, 7 and 10.
Let's do that. Let's do that.
Last season, remember his first season, 9 and 8 this season.
To me, this
Third
season
straight
was
year.
worse.
Pardon?
This season was worse.
Interesting commentary.
They played in
Interesting
an
commentary.
awful division.
Yeah.
Tampa Bay may be the worst team to ever make the playoffs.
Yeah.
Yep.
And not just in the division, they had one of the NFL's easiest
Easiest
schedules.
schedule.
Yes, they have.
And I've been
And
pointing, we've been
when
talking
they-
about
How
that.
many games did they blow?
They blew
Let me
a
tell you
lot.
something, Rick.
Mainly the Packers.
I would
A lot.
I would give the Saints probably more credit playing against Tampa if they would have had Tom Brady.
Okay. Baker did
Baker
fairly well.
Mayfield.
Yeah, Baker Mayfield.
Baker-
I know,
That's
I
like
know.
Baker
saying
Mayfield.
It's Baker
they would have
Mayfield.
made the playoffs if they'd had Drew Brees. They retired, Kevin. You retired.
Okay.
Look, I understand, but I'm saying a little bit of tongue-in-cheek is what I'm saying, like Scooter.
Okay.
You know, it would have looked it better, okay, if you would have had Tom Brady.
So,
Baker Mayfield.
with your
Rick,
commentary, this is worse than the 7 and 10. So where does that
Rick.
leave Dennis Allen on sure footing or
Well, it doesn't.
shaky ground?
Rick,
Well,
are
I'll
you
be
serious?
honest.
Monday's
Are you
already
serious
passed.
about
This
that,
is-
Rick? Are
yeah.
you serious about that?
Black Monday's
Where
gone.
does it leave him? It's just when they're going to do it.
Dude.
Where does it leave
Go
him?
ahead,
It
chime in.
usually doesn't take long.
I know.
No,
And
Scooter,
Monday passed.
but you're dealing with Gail. Gail may may have people in her ear. Who knows that, okay?
She's the owner.
But, yeah, that's what I'm
You
saying.
know,
Mickey
and,
Loomis.
and, I guess she has veto power, but you really think she's making that
Look,
decision?
look. If they keep Dennis Allen, I think there's going to be players saying, "I want out of here, man."
I disagree. I don't
Rick,
think.
you
I
serious?
think they played hard for him. I think they did. I think they played hard.
Let me ask
they
you a
were
question.
poorly coached
Let me ask you
and
a question.
poorly schemed.
You know,
and they blew games.
But
Let
you
me ask you a
know,
question.
early
But I
in
think
the
they played
year,
hard for Dennis Allen.
particularly, say, the first half of the season, they have talented wide receivers even with the injuries they've had.
Yeah.
I
Lot of
just didn't get the feeling they were running their routes out.
Again, coaching,
Look.
players' accountability. I'm
Look.
with you. I
Yeah.
got you. I got you. I'm with you.
I think there's a lot to do with not only you've got a lot of talent in New Orleans. Rick, come on, how can
So
you
you're.
not
Wait,
say
let's
that?
get to the brass tacks.
My thing is this.
Brass tacks.
Dennis Allen, you had talent there. Rick, let me go back. Let me go a
And
little bit further.
don't bring up
What
injuries.
I'm not.
Every team in the NFL
Everybody
has
experiences it.
injuries.
Everybody goes through it. Rick, what do you see different with Dennis Allen as to when he was with the Las Vegas Raiders? What do you see different, Rick?
I didn't pay
Why
much
did he leave there?
attention.
Why did he
You're
got rid of
talking
him
about
there?
the man and his persona as a coach.
He's not a head coach, Rick.
All right.
He's
Okay.
not a
all right.
head
So
coach.
you're saying right now, brass tacks. You're
not a
saying
head
Dennis
coach.
Allen is going to be fired.
If not, he should. He should be
well,
fired.
then you're back to your crawfish
No,
in
no,
that.
no. I'm saying I don't make that decision, Rick. But I'm saying if it's me, Rick,
Okay.
I'm like Scooter. He left yesterday.
Well, I'm telling
left
you,
yesterday.
my
You know,
gut.
I was assuming he would be fired.
He left yesterday,
Now
okay?
I'm not
if that's
so
me.
sure.
My
But
gut-
I will say this: with a couple of days to think about it, maybe one more year. I don't know.
You see, and that's what it goes to, Scooter.
And I
because
can't believe I'm saying that.
You let yourself sit back and say, well, who? Who we going to put in this spot? Who?
That's
Who?
a good point.
Okay.
My gut
I get that.
feeling is Gail Benson and Mickey Loomis and that brain trust does not want to get into that bull ring right now.
But
to
Rick,
find
that's
another
what you
coach.
do. That's what you do.
Because you
though.
got 5 teams looking right
That's
now,
what
and
you
then
do,
maybe
Rick.
2 or 3
yeah.
more.
But the thing is this, Rick. If I wasn't sold on Dennis Allen not being the Saints head coach, the end of the game would have told me if I'm the owner.
Oh, there you go again.
If I'm the owner, dude, you out of here.
The reaction to
you let Rick. You don't see the severity of what happened after the game as a head coach. Do you think Arthur would have did that to Sean Payton? Answer my question.
Oh yeah, I think he would have.
I don't think he would have.
It was that egregious. It was that egregious.
I don't think
he
would have.
I don't think he would have. Look, the bottom line is, the OC at Detroit, Ben Johnson's hot. Somebody's going to grab him quick. They're in the playoffs, right? Dan Quinn. If it was going to be done, it was going to be. It would have happened already. I really do believe. I think they're going to go for one more year.
Supposedly they're talking with John Gruden about coming as an assistant.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Well, if you think Gruden can be on your staff as an assistant, why can't he be the head coach?
Too much baggage. Oh my God! I don't think the NFL would allow it.
Rick,
I think Roger Goodell will step in.
Would they be an assistant?
Maybe, I don't know. That's going to take some maneuvering by Loomis and Benson. I don't know.
What you guys got to realize, Rick, you as a loyal Saints fan, not everybody you just named can be a Saints head coach.
It just fits. Is this going to?
Not everybody you named. Rick, that's a special culture down there in New Orleans. Not everybody can be a head coach in New Orleans. You got to realize that.
You keep harping on how the Dennis Allen reaction to Arthur Smith
he's not a Saints
at the
head coach.
midfield after the game.
Rick, it was embarrassing. It was
an embarrassment for the Saints franchise.
I get that.
Remember Bounty Gate and all that negativity and all that. It wasn't to that level, but it shouldn't have happened. It shouldn't have happened, okay? And I don't know what Dennis Allen could have done. I bet you Dennis Allen had some choice words for Jameis Winston and that offensive guys on the field. He better have.
He should have defended his players.
He wanted a kneel down, and he didn't.
He should have defended his players. Is what he should have done. He should have defended his players.
Ben Johnson. That
Did he lost the locker room?
Oh yes. Oh, definitely. Definitely.
The Max Bar and Grill in Westlake. It's located on the top floor of the National Golf Club clubhouse. Fantastic everyday menu featuring steaks and burgers off the grill, fresh seafood and pull boards. But the Max also calls a few audibles of their own in victory formation with special menu items on Tuesday with Mexican flair, and then on Friday with specials with salmon, surf and turf, and pork shank. It's all special at the Max in Westlake.
If it's a story worth telling, it starts with Getaways specializing in me time. Handcrafted flavors, eager to please. Escapes to soak the day away. And rounds on a course designed by Tom Fazio. Start a story all your own at Le Berge Lake Charles.
We're the attorneys Southwest Louisiana has known and trusted for decades. We fought relentlessly for our clients and won. We are proud to announce a new name based on our legacy of success. We are Lundy Law. The name may be new, but our team's commitment to pursuing justice for our clients has never been stronger. From personal injury and maritime cases to insurance claims, mass tort, and civil litigation, you can count on the experienced attorneys at Lundy Law.
His name was Cain. He had a horse along the countryside. I saw him ride. One day they found him.
All right, welcome back to Sound Off at the Sportsbook at La Berge. Sound Off brought to you by the A-Team of attorneys at Lundy Law in Lake Charles. Also brought to you by the original light beer, Miller Lite, and La Berge Casino and Hotel Resort here. All right, coming up.
Yes.
Where does college football go now that we have Michigan as a national
Now we have a
champion?
national
We've got a lot of issues to talk about with the 12-team playoff system.
12-team playoff now. Well, that's going to be something.
Portal. That's in the next segment. It's really going to rankle this guy in the middle. All right.
That's okay.
NFL wildcard weekend coming up. We'll preview some of those matchups. That's on tap as well. All right, let's talk basketball. Big game Saturday at the Legacy Center, 4 o'clock tip-off. Southeastern Louisiana was picked to finish first in the league, even after Will Wade was hired. So, Southeastern, always very good. And this is a big matchup.
It's gonna be a good
Lions
game.
1, Cowboys 2 in preseason polling. This is a big one. Good
is.
test.
Hey,
It is.
because it's also a big one because of the build-up. I mean,
Yeah.
they really do have Lake Charles excitement.
Yes.
They do.
More excited than probably they've ever been.
Ever been.
Over
agree.
basketball.
Ever.
And, you know, they're 2-0 on the road in
Yes.
conference.
Thank God.
Yeah.
And this is probably their biggest conference game of the year coming up.
This is a big one.
Southeastern.
It's gonna
Yeah.
be. Yeah, I think it is, Scooter.
I'm going to throw in UNO and Nichols.
You got to figure there'll be a huge crowd there.
Yeah.
Don't let them down, Cowboys.
Yeah.
Right, yeah,
Yeah.
You're right about that. Look, Kevin, the 2-0 start.
The excitement
Will
is there.
Wade, in his presser, gosh, we're going now a week prior to the Commerce game, said, settle down, people. We're good. We're 11-2. We like it, all right? But that ain't going to mean squat to these teams in the conference because why? Everybody knows McNeese is getting all the ESPN,
Oh, yeah.
Sports Center
Oh, yeah.
top 10s
Oh, yeah.
and all this stuff. X's on the back. They're
It
giving
is.
them their best
It is.
effort. And
That's
Commerce
okay.
and Natchitoches and also Northwestern did.
But I think
Gave
the
them their
level.
best effort.
I mentioned Monday night after the national championship, McNeese basketball top 10 plays
Yeah.
on Sports
That's
Center.
pretty strong, right?
That's
You know.
good
That's pretty
TR.
strong.
You
That
can't
is.
buy
Oh,
that
yeah.
kind of
Put
stuff.
you on the map, man.
You can't
But
buy that
Rick,
stuff.
what we talk about is that, and I've said it before, when you look at this team, Rick, and you got to give credit to Will Wade. Yes, you do.
And his
But
staff, hardworking staff.
You've got guys that have made a decision to come together, have never even played together with each other.
Right.
You would not think that this is the first year these guys never played together. That's what amazes me when I
That
look at
is.
them play on the floor.
It's components. It's you got defense. You've got guys who can handle
Everybody
the point.
knows their part, Rick.
Omar Cooper, he ain't going to score a lot of points, but he handles
Everybody
the ball.
knows
He
their
gets-
part, Rick.
Everybody knows their part. They play good complementary basketball. But again, the shooting percentage because of the road, because of the holidays, because they ate an extra slice of chocolate
Whatever
pie,
it
I
was,
don't know,
whatever it was.
dropped down a
It
little
did.
bit.
It
But
did.
again, the turnovers were a little bit more at Commerce, but at Natchitoches against
Yeah.
Northwestern State, they forced 19 turnovers,
Yeah.
and they got a lot of points off those turnovers.
Yeah.
So again, if the left hand isn't working really good, you
Look.
got to get the other side of the game working well, and they did.
I think a lot of coaches, whether it be basketball, football, baseball, whatever it be, you can put together a squad if you know the players that you have.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean when I say that, Rick?
Yep.
There's no excuse to say if a certain player wasn't there, we didn't get a certain player. You can put a squad together.
And
And that's what Will Wade's done.
C.J. Felder, this transfer out of Boston College in Florida, he really hasn't, made an impact yet.
Yeah.
He's had some bright spots, but he's going to work his
Yeah.
way in. As this conference schedule goes on, look for Felder. Look for Felder. Shahada
I'm blown away.
Wells. I mean,
He's
just
just
does it
been
all.
that guy. He's just been that guy for
he
me,
just
man. Really.
does it all.
He's been that guy.
All right,
man.
Saturday, 4 o'clock, tip-off
Be there. It's gonna
against
be a heck of a
Southeastern
game.
Louisiana. All right, NFL playoff weekend is here. One of my favorite times of the year. All right, we're going to start with the Dallas Cowboys and Mike McCarthy against the Green
Can
Bay
we talk about
Packers.
something else first?
Go ahead.
What do you got?
Are you as mad as I am about this, what is it, the Chiefs, Dolphins, I guess?
What about it?
Why you say
You
that?
can only watch it on Peacock?
I did not know that.
Yes. Now, I think they are showing it on NBC in Miami and Kansas City.
Wow.
But everybody,
I don't
Peacock
know if
has
I
the
have
rights to it?
Peacock.
I'm pretty sure
got
I
Peacock.
don't.
Ah, I did not
Yeah, I've
know
got
that.
it.
I mean,
got it.
it's just, they are gradually, I think the
Doesn't Peacock come on
NFL
DirecTV?
in 5
Yeah.
years wants to be all pay-per-view.
Well, or streaming.
They're gonna lose
I don't
a lot
know.
of
I didn't
views
know
if that
about
happens,
That's
Scooter.
what, in the snow, going to be about 8
Yeah,
degrees.
they're going to lose a lot of views if that
Kansas
happens.
Kind of
City
games you
struggling,
love to
Miami
watch.
struggling. Yeah, that's
Nothing
gonna
like
be
a
hard.
good
Yeah.
snow game.
Cowboys
you ever
and
played a
Packers.
snow game? Well, you were in Denver. Of
Yeah,
course
he
you
is.
did.
All right, Mike McCarthy against his old team.
Look,
Dak Prescott is playing the best Dak Prescott has ever played, and the Cowboys in the Prescott era are probably playing their best ball.
At home.
They're unbeaten at
say
home.
it again, Scooter. That's
they're
the
unbeaten
only
at
way
home.
I'm giving Dallas a nod is because they're at home.
Well, you're giving all that love to the Packers and
They're at home.
Jordan Love?
You see how good they're playing right now, the Packers and Jordan Love?
Yeah.
Dude,
They're not
Dallas.
that good.
he's going to know, but he's the future of that team. You can see
no
that.
doubt, no doubt.
They had trouble
You can see
beating
that.
the
No, no
Bears.
doubt. Look. If the Dallas defense can stop or slow down that Aaron Jones, the running back for Green Bay, they're going to win this game going away. Come on, they're going to win this game going away.
I'm not
You're
saying Dallas is
dreaming
going to
about
lose.
Green
I'm saying they're going to win because they're at
Hasn't
home.
Dallas
Got-
been a little
That's right.
shaky against the run.
a little
Well,
bit.
well,
All
they
right.
can't
The
lose at
other
home,
one I find interesting is also in Texas, down in Houston. The
cannot believe that.
Texans
The Texans.
amazing.
with a rookie
the
head
hell?
coach and a rookie quarterback in
How
CJ
did
Stroud.
that? We didn't see that coming.
I didn't see it coming. Kudos to the Texans to turn this puppy around. But you know the story I love is the old man off the couch. Joe Flacco who's already got a Super Bowl, already got a Super Bowl MVP.
What did they-
He's their 4th quarterback for the Cleveland Browns. 4. And he's got him in the playoffs, and he's going on the road.
Joe Flacco.
Joe Flacco. I love this storyline.
They'll be my AFC team. Although I do like the Bills too.
I think the
Josh
Bills are gonna
Allen
get
fun to watch or what?
Yeah, he is.
How far has the Philadelphia Eagles fallen off the doggone radar?
There's no explanation. for
5
it.
out of 6.
What
Hobbs.
happened?
There's no explanation. They were the best team in the league.
10
There's
and
no
1.
doubt about it.
They had the East locked up, 10 and 1, and then zip, 5 out of 6 they lose.
Don't know what happened. I mean, is it injuries or what that we don't know about? Or
They're
what?
banged. I mean,
I'm not watching them that close. but I'm
Devontae
saying.
Smith, AJ Brown's a little banged up. Hurts had a finger thing now.
Yeah.
They're going to Tampa
I think
to
they'll
face
beat
an
Tampa.
8-8
Yeah,
Bucks
I think they'll
team.
beat
as
Well,
a
that
wild
should
card.
they'll
save
beat Tampa.
them.
I mean, they'll beat Tampa.
You think?
They'll beat, yeah, they'll beat Tampa.
I don't know. I
The
mean,
defense alone will beat Tampa by themselves, okay?
Sirianni and the
defense.
Eagles, I mean, 10 and 1, and
That
then
isn't-
just you go
that's just unbelievable.
with all that talent on the
With all that
offensive line and the defensive line, and you got Jalen Hurts, who's, I mean, steady Eddie. This one I don't. Oh, let's talk about your Bills. Look, Joe Brady. He flamed out with Carolina. Remember?
Yeah.
Remember he left LSU and went to
Yeah,
Carolina.
Carolina's been a dumpster fire.
You're
for
right.
A while.
No pun
I mean,
intended.
you're going to put that on Joe
I'm not.
Brady?
I'm not.
Okay.
Which kind of did surprise me. I mean, it wasn't very good at all under Matt Rule.
Yeah.
And now he's got the Bills offense running. He
got it
he
moving.
got Josh Allen just doing.
I mean, but if you remember, Rick, I mean, we can't count the Bills out as not being a good team.
Never.
3 years ago, I mean, it was right there. I mean, come on now. The Bills is not like they not a good team now. Come on.
You're right about that.
Come on,
All
Matt.
right, maybe saving the best for last. Matt Stafford, what was it, 12 years struggling with
Yeah.
the Lions?
Let me tell you
He's
something,
going
man.
back to Detroit. Jared Goff,
Let me
who
tell you
was
something.
with the Rams.
Yeah. It's
He
crazy.
was a
storyline.
franchise quarterback.
Yeah.
Great storyline. The Lions and Rams, that's going to be the Sunday night. That's going to be the Sunday.
Yes.
All right.
We're the attorneys Southwest Louisiana has known and trusted for decades. We fought relentlessly for our clients and won. We are proud to announce a new name based on our legacy of success. We are Lundy Law. The name may be new, but our team's commitment to pursuing justice for our clients has never been stronger. From personal injury and maritime cases to insurance claims, mass tort, and civil litigation, you can count on the experienced attorneys at Lundy Law.
Miller Lite has more taste and only 1 more calorie than Michelob Ultra.
All right, thanks for hanging with us. SoundOff coming to you from the Sportsbook at LaBerge. I'm going to throw an audible at you. I'm going to
Throw it.
throw
I bet I'll
one.
get it.
We're not in
I
victory
bet I'll get it.
formation,
Watch,
so
I
I can
bet
do
I'll
what the
get
hell
it.
I want to do.
Go ahead. I bet I'll get it. Do
What
it.
is up with Aaron Rodgers and this Pat McAfee show and the lame brain stuff that's coming out of his mouth?
I don't know. if
ESPN is having to apologize. Did you see? I mean, talking about, what is it, Jimmy Kimmel,
Yeah.
late night show.
Late night show.
And he's going to appear on this Jeffrey Epstein file of the release.
Man, that is Rick. I'm not touching
Apparently,
that.
I didn't know Kimball and Aaron Rodgers had,
I'm not touching that, man. I'm not
I mean,
touching that.
you just,
It started.
you don't even
years,
joke about that.
It started years ago when he made a comment about Aaron Rodgers when he was in Green Bay about missing a throw to
Jimmy Kimmel?
Missing
Jimmy
a throw.
Kimmel?
Yeah, missing a throw to what was the receiver he had? That was a good receiver.
I miss that meeting.
I missed that one
The
too.
receiver from Houston, Donald Driver. Donald Driver.
All right.
It all started because of
Really?
Donald. Yes.
You
That's
sure
how-
it wasn't Aaron Rodgers and that whole vaccine thing? You sure it wasn't that? That sounds
I
like
remember
Jimmy Kimball's.
Kimmel-
Anyway,
he
I'm getting off
started-
on a tangent here.
It is, Rick, but I
You
think it
definitely
started.
are.
I mean, that is
it
just
started
irresponsible.
behind a play, and I think it was with
He and I
Aaron
go
Rodgers
off on a
and Donald
tangent,
Driver.
you slap us down, but it's okay for you to
He
go
asked
off
me,
on a
Rick.
tangent.
Sorry
He
about
asked me, I tried to give
It
him
just
an
popped
answer
in
to
my
it.
head.
I tried
It
to
popped
give
in.
him
I
an
just think
answer
it's
to it.
irresponsible. All right, let's
But
get
no,
back on track.
that's
Let's get back
crazy,
on track.
man.
All right,
That's
transfer
crazy.
portal. We're going to get into college football.
It's open.
Transfer portal stuff. The Tulane Greenway. Ty Thompson, former 5-star. They got a quarterback coming in to New Orleans, and he sat on the bench for a couple of years at Oregon.
Yeah.
So Ty Thompson, keep that. All right. Hobbs, help me figure this out. It's leading into our story. If I'm saying it right, Keyshawn Junkins, the #1 running back for Ole Miss.
Okay.
Almost 3,000 yards.
Arguably the #1 running back in the SEC.
In the SEC.
Yeah.
You're right. And he transfers out of Ole Miss?
Yeah,
Can you
something's
spell
up there.
NIL?
Why, and Ole Miss is known as the Portal Kings.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the way, that's Kiffin's philosophy.
And he's
The rest of the coaches kind of,
Something?
well, we're going to take some.
Kiffin.
Something happened.
We
He's
don't
building
really like
there.
it.
They're like
Something
number
happened.
7 in preseason polls.
Something
why
happened.
would Junkins, a young guy, why would
Something
he
happened,
transfer?
Rick. Something
There gotta
happened.
be
Come
something
on,
up there.
Something
Kevin.
happened. Something happened. Yeah, but
Money.
Still,
No,
Rick,
but I
Rick,
mean, I got to think Ole Miss would come up with.
I would think so too, Scooter.
But
I mean,
you know,
you're
that
talking
was
about
so
that.
funny.
They got to pay
They were
Dart.
tired.
They got to pay this guy. They got to pay that guy.
I was driving, and somebody speculated. I was on radio.
Yeah.
Oh, he's just after more money, and I'm thinking, this is college
This
we're
is
talking
college.
about.
This is college, Scooter.
And
Yep.
they can say that matter-of-factly, and
Yes.
it could be true, and there's nothing wrong with
There's
it.
nothing, and which leads me to my main thesis of our conversation. All right, Michigan is now national championship. We have all this stuff going on. Let's talk about the opt-outs. His 1,000 bowls that he loves.
Yeah.
You heard Dogs coach Kirby Smart up at the podium after they slaughtered
Well, that
Florida
was the
State.
extreme case.
It was extreme, but he's saying something has to be done. My guys are beating up on the Seminoles who have nobody on their roster. How do we solve it? I don't know. This is going to continue to happen to all your
Well,
boys.
LSU was in the same
but
boat.
the thing-
what, 3 years ago
Yeah.
when they played Kansas State,
What,
and
in
you were
Houston?
shocked.
I'm gonna get
What, in
to that.
Houston,
You're
right?
calling
Oh,
me
my
during
God.
the game.
I'm going to get to that.
Disgusted.
All right,
Disgusting.
so to me, this disgusting thing started really with Max Johnson. Remember when he transferred out of LSU to go to the Aggies and left LSU high and dry, having to put a receiver at quarterback?
At quarterback.
I didn't. I just learned
DB,
this.
I think.
But-
There is no rule that you can announce a transfer or go to the portal and not play for your old team. There is nothing stopping you from doing that.
yeah,
so all these
it's
guys,
happened.
they constantly
There were
transfer and they don't
several.
play.
of them. Now, most coaches don't want you to. The difference
Why?
is,
Exactly. I'm with Scooter. What if you get hurt?
well, if you're not on the team,
Hurt.
you know, that's not your problem.
but I'm
that's
just
not your
saying,
problem.
I know it isn't, but
But there are
That's- it's
some
there.
situations where a guy has already graduated, a graduate transfer. He's put in 4 hard years
Right.
at another
Yeah.
school, but he wants to play one last time with them, and then he's going to get a little better, opportunity.
Yeah.
Okay.
And a coach, if he likes the kid, okay, that's fine. I forget that there were 2 or 3
Rick,
teams that happened.
How
with
many
this.
rosters in the bowl game? And I'm not even talking about the inconsequential bowl game. I'm talking about some of the big ones, the New Year's Day bowl games and
Yeah.
beyond, not the semifinals.
Yeah.
That their rosters were affected by opt-outs and transfers and the like. I can see the opt-outs, you're going to the NFL.
Yeah.
But these guys that are
I can
just
see that.
transferring, they're not playing. And there's nothing stopping them from playing. They can continue to be a transfer, but play.
They could.
They
it's
play.
but
But
what's
I
the
don't
purpose,
think the
Rick?
coaches really want them.
I'm with Scooter. What would be the purpose of me playing if I know I'm leaving, Rick? Why would I
You're
do that?
abandoning your brothers.
But there's a reason why I'm leaving.
Oh my God. Okay.
I mean, I'm looking at
All
what's
right,
real,
look.
Rick.
Maybe
I'm
you're
looking at what's
leaving
real.
because
Right,
of
look.
your brothers.
One of my big bugaboos has been the 14 playoff. That's all over
That's
with.
all.
12 teams next year.
Well, that's going to be interesting.
12 teams. This delay in college football from what was it? 3 weeks before the national championship
Yeah.
game, and in the New Year's Day bowl games. I love all these practices, but college football goes into hibernation. The schedule has to change, and it will to a degree
Oh,
with the
with
12
12 teams,
It'll
yeah,
change somewhat.
Yeah.
It'll change.
Yeah. Look, Rick, I think it's going to be fun. I mean, did we have a problem
They
this
got to
year?
play 2 weeks to get to New Year's Day.
To New Year's Day.
Do the math.
That's a lot. That's a lot.
gotta
Like you
change.
said, it's got to change. But
Got to change.
What? It is changing.
It is finally now with 12 teams.
Yeah.
What I'm saying with 12
Okay.
teams. But
What
this
are you
long, but
complaining
this
about?
long.
but the playoff thing is
I
what we're
always
talking
thought
about.
that long delay helped. And I know what you're going to say. It's not rusty. I think that's offset by getting healthy and rested. I've always thought that.
I can
Why-
see that.
Why before all the opt-outs and stuff, I thought the bowls were a truer test than most of the regular season
Before-
games. Because, I mean, let's face it, by then, it's riding a bicycle. You know your
I got
offense
it.
and defense, and you're rested and healthy.
His key phrase, before the opt-outs. I got all this changing the game.
But
Now,
how do you stop it? Rick?
I
You
don't know
can't-
the
you
answer.
can't
Kirby
stop
Smart
it.
was asking, how do you
can't stop it,
So
Rick.
let's talk about the transfer portal. Why can't they do the transfer portal in after the national championship game? Why do they have to do the transfer portal opening in sometime in
Well,
December?
maybe
Why?
right after,
Why?
but because a lot they got to enroll.
Yeah.
Classes are starting
Classes
where they're
starting
going
because
to
you're back on
school.
the holidays, Rick.
Get over
That's
that.
true.
I got it. But
Scooter's
find
right, though.
something.
They
else.
are students.
Find.
Classes, they are. Classes
Really?
started, Rick. So
You're
you
gonna
can't do
throw that out
Well,
there?
they've got to
That's
be
the point.
students. Put it that
That's
way.
the point. Rick.
Start the
Classes-
transfer
They got to
portal.
play like students.
Transfer portal. Start it later. If you again, back to my original thing about if you're transferring, you can still play for your team.
But,
You're thinking
but would you really want to?
brotherhood, man. Where's all that? I love
Like
my
I
brother.
said, it might
I
be
don't
that
get it, guys.
brotherhood you're running away from.
NIL, Jim Harbaugh
If-
opened up the Pandora's box when
He
he
did.
said the TV contract deals are going up 17%.
He did.
All these players are going to be looking for more money.
Yeah.
I don't know where he got that figure.
Everybody knows now. It's done. It's
You
open.
guys are
Pandora's
driving
box
me
is
nuts.
open.
That's
It's
Mr.
open.
Guidry. That's Mr.
Always.
Hobb, Mr. Sarah. Hey, we appreciate you joining us. Always glad to have you aboard. We're coming back next time right here at the Sportsbook at LaBerge on CBS Lake Charles. Have a great sports week.
If it's a story worth telling, it starts with Getaways specializing in me time. Handcrafted flavors, eager to please. Escapes to soak the day away. And rounds on a course designed by Tom Fazio. Start a story all your own at LaBerge Lake Charles.
Miller Lite has more taste and only one more calorie than Michelob Ultra.